Hey there, hi, Nithyanandam, Kodandi here at the Adinam, as you can see. Let me step down. So, a lot of people that I talk to are really interested in coming here to be an Adinavasi, to live this spiritual lifestyle and to, get in on this whole enlightenment thing that's happening. And one of the big things that really, one of the big things that people really consistently say to me, and I know several of you watching this have said this to me specifically, that you're so interested and you're really into Swamiji and you really believe in this stuff, but you don't know if you can give up the comforts of a Western lifestyle. And okay, if that's the decision that you've made, that's the decision that you've made, but I don't know, maybe I'm just the sort of person that never really had a comfortable lifestyle to begin with, but it's just it's nothing. Those comforts are nothing. There's so little. There's just so little actually there in those comforts. Really? Look at what it is that you're choosing over a spiritual lifestyle. Is that really what you want? I've found that, it is challenging. It is physically challenging to live in India. It's 1,000 degrees out, and I can't even wear that much makeup because it just melts off my face. I'm sleeping in a dorm in this, bunker style thing where there's, all these bunks lined up, and we've all got our own little bunk that we sleep in, and, shared shower, toilet facilities, and, shared meals, eating areas, and, sometimes you just don't even have shoes, right? Your shoes disappear, and you just walk around without shoes for however long. And you don't have a lot of stuff. And I have to say that it's really, having these physical challenges has opened up so much possibility for me. This is an aspect of spirituality and this lifestyle that I don't think I've ever really talked about. But I used to be really sick. I used to be disabled. I had really severe chronic pain and fatigue. And so I had to kind of insulate myself a little bit, in an effort to try to take care of myself, in an effort to try to avoid triggering pain or fatigue. I had to really do a lot of stuff. And I come here and it's physically challenging. It's physically challenging. And it worked. Somehow it worked. I am doing things that I never thought I could ever do. For example, sleeping on the floor. Sometimes when we're traveling out and, we go to stay at some other ashram, some other place, instead of renting hotel rooms or something for everyone, that's kind of pricey and really unnecessary. They just here's a big room, lay out your stuff, hopefully you brought a yoga mat, and sleep, right? You just sleep on the floor in a room full of all the other women. Not a big deal. I have done this so many times now. First time it happened, I'm like, oh my God, am I going to live? Am I going to sleep? Am I going to be in pain? How bad is it going to be? And then I just did it because everyone else was just doing it, and it was fine. And if I had never taken that chance, if I had never taken that opportunity to challenge myself, my life would be so different. Just being able to sleep on the floor has given me so much freedom. Actually, not only do I now see how much is possible that I once thought was impossible, but when I was in Oakland for 6 months, I was homeless, and it was not a problem because if I end up having to sleep on the floor, it wasn't a big deal because I'd done that so many times and it was not a problem. And thankfully I did not have to sleep on the floor very often. I, was able to make that work. But still, I mean, the fact that I could just like lay down and sleep wherever gave me so much freedom and allowed me to just travel and enjoy and not pay rent. Saved quite a lot of money not paying rent. But yeah, just having these little physical challenges, the heat, being challenged by the heat and not having air conditioning, really like, wow, if I can live through this, I can live through anything. If I can sleep on the floor, I can do anything. It's so empowering to just give yourself these little physical challenges, these little things to push you out of your comfort zone. And not only do I realize now that physically I am capable of doing things that I never thought were possible when I was, sick and disabled, but, now I see possibilities in other aspects of my life. Now I can take up responsibility. I could, do all of these other things. I can work on these projects that I never thought, like, I don't know anything about this. Well, I'm just going to learn how to do it really quick here and make it work somehow, figure it out, get it done. And it's so empowering. It is so, so empowering to have that freedom, to have that, to have those challenges, just to challenge yourself and see what you're capable of. And, really just not even being attached to physical comforts. You can travel light. You can go anywhere. You can do anything. I mean, it's such a beautiful space that it's brought me to, being able to live without these comforts. And, again, like, I don't think I ever really had a very comfortable life. I mean, I've lived in the West. I grew up in the West. I had like a cushy bed. I had one of those sleep number beds. Man, those are nice beds. Those are really nice beds. And I gave up my fancy, expensive sleep number bed to come sleep on the floor in some ashram in India in like 1,000 degrees heat. And I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Totally fine. And it's beautiful here. Look at how beautiful it is. So, yeah, okay. Think about it. Think about it. Give it a chance. Challenge yourself. I mean, come on. How are you going to grow as a human, as a spiritual being, grow in any dimension of your existence if you don't ever challenge yourself? And it's these physical challenges that are just so real, It's just so real. It's not like, other types of challenges where you challenge yourself mentally to do something. Like challenging yourself physically to do something is like, wow. Really, wow. So, okay. Nithyanandam.